Oh, jeez. Um, Hi everyone. Welcome to Would You Rather 50 something. Why didn't I do this crap before I started recording? Why didn't I go and check to see Oh no. Why didn't I go and check to see how many videos I have done so far before I started recording? So this is the 58th. So this is the 58th Would You Rather video I've done so far. So it's a Memorial Day edition where we honor those who died serving for our country. And for that we say thank you. With that said, let's get started with the decisions. You ready? I'm ready. Let's begin. Start with our first decision. Would you rather never be able to compliment or never be able to complain? Complain. Wow, 59% says they'd rather never be able to compliment. 41% says they'd rather never be able to complain. Well, I guess that's kind of a difficult. I guess it used to be a difficult thing not to do when my grandmother was around. But really, grandma used to milk it. She drove me to the point in really complaining. Would you rather spend life in prison or be executed? Life in prison. 48% says they'd rather spend life in prison, and 52% says they'd rather be executed. What, they don't like living anymore? What is up with you making a decision like that? Well, if you murdered someone extremely important, like capital murder or some crap, yeah, and you get sentenced to death. Um, yeah, spend life in prison when you kill, yeah, murder. I'm not even gonna question it. Which, oh, guys, I made a mistake. I accidentally got rid of the would you rather. I accidentally exit out of would you rather. Now I just have to just we're just gonna keep going with this. There was a would you rather thing about John Cena and Dwayne Johnson, but those stupid lengthy ads kind of ruined everything. Now I'm having regrets on doing this again. I'm just gonna wish I never did this. We're just gonna continue on anyway. Would you rather be none of Johnny Depp's films ever have existed, or none of Leonardo DiCaprio's films ever have existed? 52% says they rather none of Johnny Depp's films ever should have ever existed, or 48% says none of Leonardo DiCaprio's films never should have existed. I mean, they're both great legendary actors, I'm not gonna lie. Why would you pin them both? Why would you make me choose something like that? Would you rather instantly have a 4-year college degree and all the knowledge included, or have $100,000 in cash? $100,000 in cash. 48% says they rather instantly have a 4-year college degree and all knowledge included. 52% says they rather have $100,000 in cash. Well, I'm not in college anymore, and having $100,000 in cash in in both my accounts, it would be star-studded. I would be just as semi-rich as my family right now. Would you rather? Oh my gosh. Would you rather play video games using a PS5 or play video games using Xbox Series X? PS5. Wow. 25% says they rather play video games using a PS5. Well, 75% says they rather play video games using an Xbox Series X. Well, you don't have to tell me twice about the PS5. I have a PS5. And I'm gonna keep on playing it till my heart's content. Or till my heart contempts or something. Would you rather sleepwalk every night or sleep talk every night? Sleep talk. 26% says they rather sleepwalk every night, and 74% says they rather sleep talk every night. Well, sleep talking is much better than sleepwalking. You get up, you get up instantly, and you sleepwalk all over the house, and you wake up your parents and your 5-year-old nephew, and when they wake up in the morning, you see you trash the entire house. Yeah, that would be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. So, I'll just prefer talking in my sleep. Would you rather live a boring, comfortable life or live a hard life full of adventure? Boring, comfortable life. 87% says they rather live a boring, comfortable life. 13% says they rather live a hard life full of adventure. Well, it's what it's came to. It's what it's come to. I'm living a boring yet comfortable life, and I don't care if it's boring. It's what it's come to since the pandemic, and it's gonna keep going, no matter what anybody else says. I ain't listening. Would you rather marry at age 10 or never marry at all? What? Marry at age 10? 41% says they rather marry at age 10, and 59% says they rather never marry at all. I'm 26, and I'm not ready to get married. Not yet. And 59% says they rather never marry at all. I guess those people who don't want to marry at all just are just single then. Or they just want to keep on being boyfriend and girlfriend. Well, as for us, our marriage is in this foreseeable future. Alright guys. It's 10:50, so it's now time for the top 5 choices. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. Would you rather know the moment of your own death or know the moment of the death of the person you love the most? Mm, that. 39% says they rather know the moment of their own death, and 61% says they rather know the moment of the death of the person they love the most. I knew. It was the saddest moment of my life that we had to put down Jax, the co-star of this channel. It brought me to tears and it ruined my weekend. It ruined everybody else. It ruined every member of this family's weekend as well. Number 4. Would you rather never remember someone's face or never remember someone's name? That. 59% says they rather never remember someone's face, or 41% says they rather never remember someone's name. Well, I'll see their face and I'll remember them. Well, you'll never remember someone's face unless you see it. But it's ridiculous to never remember anybody's name. It's ridiculous. Number 3. Would you rather watch a terrible movie with your crush or watch a great movie alone? You're ridiculous. Rather be 62% says they rather watch a terrible movie with their crush. 38% says they rather watch a great movie alone. You can watch a terrible movie alone. And you can watch an incredible movie with the one you love. What kind of ridiculous decision is this? Sweet heavens, bro. Number 3. Would you rather have free movies for life or free lunches for life? Movies. 53% says they rather have free movies for life, and 47% says they rather have free lunches for life. Well, I wish if Netflix had a free had a free day or something. Well, that would be wonderful if we. Well, it'd be wonderful for my stepfather though, because he watches free movies for life, because he has a Fire Stick. Uh, Free lunches. I guess they're not so bad, unless it's a light one. Number 2. Would you rather let your parents access your browsing history or let your boss access your browsing history? Screw that. Let the boss see it. 60% says they rather let their parents access their browsing history. Well, 40% says they rather let their boss access their browsing history. Thank the dear Lord I don't got a computer anymore, because if they were to look through my computer and see my browser history, I would be so humiliated for life. And I doubt if my boss would look for access my browsing history. Uh, who knows? I'll probably be the boss will dock my pay, or worse, get fired. All right, are you ready for the number 1 choice? I'm sure my outdated fidget spinner is, as you can tell. If you're ready, I'm ready. Are we still recording? Yeah, we're still recording. Number 1. Would you rather get rid of all the bad drivers on the road or never have to wait in line at stores and restaurants? Bad drivers. 27% says they'd rather get rid of all bad drivers on the road. 73% says they'd rather never have to wait in line at stores or restaurants. Well, we have a frick ton of well, we have a lot of crappy drivers here in Kentucky. I mean, we have crappy drivers all over the country, all of the entire continent. But waiting at stores and restaurants, it's not that much of a problem. Like take my work at Walgreens for instance. The line's short, it's not that bad. It's not that long and it doesn't take forever. It's very common. Oh. All right. That'll do it for tonight's Would You Rather. I'm sorry I messed up a little bit. I I exit out of Would You Rather because of the stupid advertisements. I'm just sorry. So yeah. You guys have yourselves a great night and once again, happy Memorial Day.